Basically, what I'm saying is create business for yourself. And it's like turning on a faucet. Don't turn on some trickles of the faucet and then turn it off. Walk away, come back 3 days later and expect your bowl to be full of water. You got to keep and turn the faucet on. You got to keep it on. So you got to keep your pipes full of potential prospects. And the way that you do that, that comes from good leadership and good training now. Now, this goes back to your individual situation. If you have good trainers, good leadership, they're going to show you some tips, strategies, and tools as far as keeping your pipeline full, filling your pipeline. And that comes down to having certain conversations. Pump me up!
All right, y'all, here we are back with another episode of Ask the Insurance Bros. I'm your co-host, Erik Robinson, a.k.a. the Soul Motivator.
And I am Jacques Vaughan, a.k.a. Uncle Joc.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jacques, we got a good one for today. You know, we ask people to bring their questions, come ask us, the Insurance Bros. You know, we're experts in team building, sales, and life insurance. So field your questions, Jacques. We ask them to bring their questions. I mean, what kind of questions can they ask us?
Any questions pertaining to life insurance? You might want to know about different policies, how different policies work. What are the purpose for different policies? They can ask questions about maybe team building. Some people may be life insurance agents that are building teams. So anything that kind of revolves or has to do with life insurance, ask the Insurance Bros.
Ask the Insurance Bros. And Jacques, you know, Uncle Joc, we got a question. This one's coming live from a gentleman, Mr. Troy Gandy. He got a question for us on Ask the Insurance Bros. So let's roll Troy's question here to us live on Ask the Insurance Bros.
Hello and great day to the Insurance Bros. This is Troy Gandy, your independent marketing agent with Experior Financial Group, located here in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, which is a tri-state area of Maryland, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. Obviously, if we have Maryland, we also have D.C. Very close by as well. So with that being said, I'd like to know from the Insurance Bros, what is the best strategy to build an agency involving the community so that we can put more money back into the hands of the community, thus giving the community greater access to those that can give back? All right? What do you say, Insurance Bros?
All right, Jacques, hold on. I got to stop.
Oh, was that Donnie Simpson?
That was the Donnie Simpson history geographic teacher.
Yes, man. Dude had a radio voice, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And it's like, he had to let you know, if we got Maryland, we obviously got D.C. close by.
But then he could have said, then that means we got Virginia. What was the crooked letter? M-I, crooked letter. That means it's connected to the knee bone, connected to North Carolina.
Tailbone. He didn't hit Delaware. I mean, are you just going to leave Delaware out? What's up? What's up, Troy? Are you just going to cut Delaware out? Are we not connected? But did he say he's in West Virginia?
He said he was, is that where it was?
He said he's in West Virginia.
West Virginia, okay.
So, Troy, your question was, how do you get the community involved? So, Uncle Joc, I mean, I think that's a great question for you, being the fact you have a lot of background in working with communities and different programs and things. So, how can Troy get this community involved in his business?
Well, it's a couple things that Troy could do. One is, as you go out into your community, let them know that you're a community resource, first and foremost. Now, it depends on what angle you want to go, because if you want to go and let people know what you do in the community, you might want to plug into some of the community events. You might want to host your own community event. And these are different ways that people in your community can know exactly what you do. Some type of different things that you can offer. You know, one thing that we do as life insurance agents, we protect what?
We protect our assets, our life.
Exactly. So what would some of those things be that you could do, Erik, if you showed up in the community? What would you say?
I would tell Troy this. You know, I'm big on this right here. First thing you talked about, Uncle Joc, the community needs to know what you do. Well, if you're a life insurance agent, the community needs to know that you are a life insurance agent. That's the first thing. Does your business card say you're a life insurance agent?
Ho. You saying something good, E. The reason I say that is because I've gotten so many cards from other agents and they don't say that they're life insurance agents.
I don't know why. Life insurance agent, because they teach you this. Some of your leaders, your agency owners, or whatever you want to call it, upline, sponsors. I mean, there's so many different names we can use. They actually going around teaching agents, don't say I'm a life insurance agent. Nobody wants to know you're a life insurance agent.
And if you do say you're going to be a life insurance agent, what do they say they're going to do?
They're going to run. People run from life insurance agents. And I'm like, hold on. How the heck they supposed to know you sell life insurance if you're not a life insurance agent? They always use fancy words like, I'm a financial financial service specialist. I'm a risk manager. I'm like, what kind of?
I'm a tax-free retirement specialist.
Yeah, I'm like, do you work for the IRS? Because they looking for me. Like, I don't need to be around you. I get it. It sounds good. I know they're trying to say offer the benefit that you do. But first thing, Troy, you got to become that life insurance agent in that community. And Uncle Joc, you said something. You said be a resource, but then you also said maybe you need to host your own event. Talk about that, really, or host your own community event.
Yeah, so one thing you want to do, if you have a thriving community, even if you don't have a thriving community, you can become the thing that makes your community thrive. Because here's the deal. Everybody can benefit from what we offer. Everybody. As a business owner, you can benefit. As a mother, you can benefit. As a father, you can benefit. As a sister, you can benefit. You see where I'm going with this?
Oh man, keep talking about the benefit. You get me excited. 'Cause I'm like, man, you're gonna hit my name pretty soon. I guess I'm a father. I'm a brother. You ain't hit the brother yet.
I ain't get there yet.
All right.
I'm just still in the family.
You're still in the family.
So your brother, your next door neighbors, your community business owner, your community organizations, everybody can benefit from what you have as a what?
As a life insurance agent. And see, Jacques, I think the biggest piece why people don't want to say that is because they're afraid that, oh, if I die, people don't want to talk to me because they're going to think they're going to die. Like where do they do that? That's like if I go to talk to somebody at a gym and he owns a gym or works at a gym, I think I'm going to lose weight. Yeah, man, I talked to this exercise guy the other day. Bro, I dropped 10 pounds. Did you work out? No, I just talked to him.
You didn't work out? No, you just talked to this guy.
I just talked to him. People ask me, Eric, where you get the guns from? I know they're kind of tight right there. They like, no, this is not a small shirt. It's not a medium. This is an extra large. And like, Eric, where you get the guns? I actually worked out. I didn't just go to the store and buy them, bro. Even though I got a permit to carry now, I'm officially licensed to carry in Maryland. But bam, I've been carrying before the license.
So look, getting back to the community, right? So that's one thing you can do, right? You hit it on the head. You have to let people know who you are.
Yeah.
Then you got to let people know how you can be of service. Community always needs what? Services.
Yes.
Always. So you show up as that community service, that community resource, And if you're able to pass out flyers or pass out some type of information, because you're not going to do it just going around doing a one-time drive-by. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense, Uncle Joc. And I think another piece that we got to talk about here is, are you willing to talk? You got to talk about the benefits. Like, what are some of the benefits that they offer as a life insurance agent, right? So what are some benefits that you can offer, Troy? Like, what can you offer your community? It's not just when you die, because I know life insurance go way beyond just when you die, right? We got policies in place that I'm sure you can offer that maybe like $1 million baby plan. Maybe your community has kids, and so they need college fund, right? You want to set your kids up with some insurance plans and help them maybe fund their college, right? Maybe you offer an opportunity, Troy, you said with Experian Financial Group. I know Experian has an ability to bring on new agents. So as agents are coming in, generating revenue, now they're able to give back to the community financially. So maybe you can offer a solution to employ your community, Troy.
Workforce development.
Workforce development, Jacques. That's a whole program in the government, and they sponsor things of that nature, workforce development, right? They'll give you grants and donations if you can provide a situation for workforce development. So, Uncle Joc, let me ask you this question. What are some kind of organizations that maybe Troy can reach out to in workforce development as a community resource? And we can give him a tip or two.
So you can always reach out and become aligned with your churches, your other organizations like youth organizations. You just got to check and see what type of organizations that you have in your communities. If you have colleges, you can always go and show up again as a resource to empower whatever programs they have that, when you go to colleges, you might have different business classes and stuff like that. You have to really get creative. And once you make a decision to get creative, sky's the limit. It doesn't matter if your community is small, close-knit, or big suburban or big urban community.
Woo! Well, Troy, I hope that answers your question. Next time you can save us the geography lesson. You can say, I'm Troy from West Virginia, not West Virginia, connected to Maryland, which happens to be connected to
DC.
To DC,
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody want to be from DC. You ain't in the DMV. You always start with a W. DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. You in the W, bro.
But no, that was a great question, Troy.
Was a great question.
We answered that for you.
All right, this next question is coming to us live from Tawana Chisley. Tawana's out in that DMV market now. She says she's in the DMV. So we're going to listen to what Tawana got to say.
Hey, Insurance Bros. This is Tawana Chisley from the DMV, and I have a question. I have been licensed for about 3 years now, and I just wanted to produce. Now I'm hearing that building an agency may be beneficial to me. Why is that? And is it difficult to do?
All right, Uncle Joc. Tawana's asking us, building the agency may be beneficial for her. I'm not sure I'm really clear, but I think I know where she's going with this. I don't want to just jump out. What did you get out of that question? What's your takeaway? What do you think she's saying?
What I got was that she had her license for 3 years and she wanted to produce, or when she first got started, she wanted to basically produce.
Okay.
I've heard that a lot. Have you heard that?
Yeah. Now, when you say produce, what do you mean for those who watch and who may not understand exactly what you're saying?
She prefers to just write business as opposed to writing business and building a team.
Okay.
So that was her position at first.
Okay, so, and when you're saying building a team, because I want to make sure some of our viewers are clear. In the insurance business, there's a couple of ways to do it. You can go out there and make money and just write business, like you're actually acquiring the clients yourself. So I'm going out there talking to John Smith, Mr. Jones, I'm acquiring the clients. And sometimes the industry kind of says doing it on your own pen, meaning you're actually doing the clients. They call it your own pen because back in the day, you actually had to write the applications by pen. Now we're kind of electronic, right? But sometimes you do need that wet signature, but doing it on your own pen versus there's some companies that have a opportunity for you to build a business and generate revenue and commissions and overrides. Meaning you can get a team. I can go out there and recruit, acquire, promote other agents. And when they write business, I get a percentage of their business.
So you said something. You said some companies offer the opportunity to do both.
Yes.
So some do, some don't.
Some do, some don't, Jacques.
So when you hear producer, I just want to make sure we all on the same page. When you hear producer, writer, that's somebody that's writing applications, and an insurance agent that is talking to clients and putting in their applications.
Yeah, they're talking to clients and they're making the sales themselves. So they're actually selling the clients, and that's what they're doing.
So when she asked the question about building an agency, what is the difference? What does that look like?
Well, let's go back to the builder's model, because there's a way you can build a team. Most of us are familiar with network marketing, multi-level marketing. Some people got a negative connotation towards it, right? You got some companies out there that allows you to recruit agents, as I said, and by doing so, you can get an override on their production. Yeah, even the companies, Jacques, when people look at the companies that don't allow you to do that, they're still recruiting you. Like you got what we call a captive agency sometimes. They can only sell their product and you can just become an agent selling their things, their products they have. But they recruited you. The insurance carrier or that company has built an agency that they are just getting agents who simply write sales and that's it. But then you got the flip side. You have a few companies out there that will say, hey, you know what? We're going to allow you to do what we do. We have a team of agents, hundreds or thousands, and we're going to allow you to do the same thing. It's like an affiliate marketing program. You can go out there and recruit other people who can recruit other people. And the more you recruit or more they recruit, you get paid a commission percentage, usually a smaller percentage than they do, on what they sell. And so when she's saying build an agency, I think she's referring to that. We got to make sure we're clear, Tawana. Let us know if I want to take the approach of building an agency. And Jacques, you can go deeper because some companies have different words for that. Can you kind of speak to that?
So if you wanted to build a business or agency or team, and you're not in the right situation or with the right IMO, you might be limited.
Yeah, you might not even have the opportunity, or like I said, limited selection, limited opportunity to do that.
So if somebody does want to build a team and they're with a company that allows that, right? Now you have the freedom to do both. And you said something that's big. You said you can put yourself in a position to collect overrides.
Yes.
So what that means, ladies and gentlemen, see, here's the thing. Some people might look at the builder's model as a negative thing. Some people may look at it as a positive thing. Here's what this is Jacques, Uncle Joc's truth.
Okay, so he's speaking for Uncle Joc, not Insurance Bros, but it probably does line up.
So here's the deal. If you had an opportunity to do both, I would highly suggest that you do both. The reason is because eventually one person, if they're writing policies and they're doing 10, 20, 30, 40, I know some people do 50, 60 policies a month.
Ooh.
Your pen is eventually going to run out of ink. That means I've talked to so many agents who tell me how they've experienced burnout. So if you have an opportunity to do both, I would just say take the opportunity and do both. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Tawana asked when then she said her second question was, how hard is that? So if I want to take that route, how hard is it? I think this is big. I think we both can touch on this, Uncle Joc, because it's a mindset to me.
Yes.
You know, some people, first of all, you can't think of this networking or team building or multi-level marketing, direction, whatever you want to call it, affiliate marketing, pyramid, I heard it all. You can't go into it thinking that that's a negative thing.
Right.
Right? You know, so many people work in a career that has that type of structure. They got military. There's a commander in chief. There's going to be definitely a new one, you know, in the next couple of days. And by the time you see this video, it's probably a new commander in chief. That's the president. And then there's generals, and then you got more majors and colonels and majors, and you have the enlisted folks all the way down to private. So the United States military is built off of that system, right? It's a hierarchy. Walmart's built off of that system. The CEO, CFO, right?
Isn't that a scam though?
I don't know. Yeah, I see people at Walmart working, and when I walk through the door, they don't consider a scam. They getting paid every
So the guy in the Walmart is the greeter.
The greeter, he gets paid. The greeter's there because they get paid. He's not scammed to be there, or she's not scammed to be there. The cashier's not scammed to be there.
Okay.
The person driving the Walmart truck is not scammed to be there.
Okay.
Right? And I think there's different level of compensations. The manager is not scammed to be there, but the manager probably makes more than the greeter, right? Okay. And the cashier probably makes more than the greeter, but the truck driver may make more than the cashier. So,
but there are tiers and positions and levels in the military and in Walmart, traditional business and military.
Yeah, they got it everywhere you go, Jacques. So that's one of the things I said, you got to get rid of that scam mentality. Mm-hmm. If you're approaching it thinking this is a scam, you're not going to build a team. Right? You know, Jacques, you built teams before in thousands of individuals inside multiple companies. Mm-hmm. And now you're doing it over here with hundreds of licensed agents. You know, what was your mindset for you building your agency?
Well, for me, I knew early on that I wanted to be an agency owner, especially in this post-COVID, because we were doing everything online. We're doing everything digital. We're doing everything not the traditional, the old way.
Yeah.
And so it actually is pretty easy, Eric. Once you make up your mind that that's what you want to do, then guess what? You just do it. And just do it. And then just do it. And when I say that, of course, you have to know how to recruit. You have to know how you want your business set up. But you got to make the decision to do it and then just go for it.
So, Tawana, I guess the question we're going to tell you is, should you go down that route? You got to make that decision. You know, typically, you can make money both paths. You can make money individually. You can make money as an agency. But Uncle Joc says, eventually your pen runs out or eventually you get burnout, right? You know, if you're always writing the deals, even though in insurance, we get renewals for some companies, but you may want to take a vacation. And when you're on vacation and you're the only one writing the deals, there's no check coming in all the time, right? So one of the benefits of building a team is keeping that consistent flow of income and allowing you to scale and grow your income. How hard is it? It depends on you, right? It depends on the opportunity you got. It depends on the company. It depends on a lot of things. When you ask how easy or how hard is it, there's some factors. I would say connect with somebody who knows what they're doing. Connect with somebody who believes in building a big organization. Then connect with an organization that is able to show you how to do that, right? And keep asking the question in Insurance Bros. Keep coming back here. We're here to help you. We've done it. We built organizations. We've done it individually, writing policies on our own. And so that's why you ask the question to Insurance Bros to get your questions answered, where somebody else may not want to tell you how they did it, or maybe they didn't do it, or maybe they just don't have the answer. We got it for you in Insurance Bros.
So hopefully we answered that for you, Tawana. And what's the next question?
Oh, this next one is a doozy. All right, y'all, this next question is coming from Nathaniel out of College Park, Maryland.
Hey, Insurance Bros. My name is Nathaniel, and I'm a newly licensed agent here in College Park, Maryland. My question is, how do you guys structure your business when it comes to, tax, write-offs, deductions, that kind of thing? This being an election year, there's been a lot of talk about how tax plans are going to affect us Americans. So I wanted to create my own personal tax plan as I grow my business. Can you share some tips and tricks to those new to commission-based compensation plans? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, my goodness. Nathaniel, bro, you sound like you're a college professor more than like a insurance salesperson. But Uncle Joc, Nathaniel's asking a deep question here. We got to get deep on this one. He's talking about, he's a newly commissioned licensed agent. And from a tax purposes, he mentions a couple of things. He mentioned, like, with this being election year, everybody's talking about raising taxes, lowering taxes,
Right.
you know. He wants to know, how do we position ourselves as a commission-based agent? And I think that's a loaded question with a lot of information in there.
So let's make sure that I heard this correctly. So we're talking about, his question was strictly from the position of an agent.
Strictly from the position of an agent. I think we can probably touch later on some things from my clients. But first, a message from the people above us. The information we give is for entertainment, educational purposes only. For this question, I'm going to say refer to a tax accountant, because we're not tax accountants. And so we're not certified to give you any kind of tax information. Now, I can tell you what I do, but I can't say what I do is right. So we're going to put that disclaimer out there, okay? Now, bro, Nathaniel, here's the thing. Being an entrepreneur, commission-based business owner, one of the things you might want to understand is there's certain write-offs that you have. You know, it's just flat out. The government's tax structure, Jacques, was started by, you got to think about the politicians. A lot of these politicians, not just Trump, they're business owners, right? A lot of these politicians, they're swayed by business owners. That's why they always talk about taxes and the risk, because you got lobbyists who are lobbying, who are people pay money to hire attorneys to go to Congress to fight to make sure their rights, it benefits them, right? And so by doing so, a lot of the tax codes and structures are set up for people who are business owners and entrepreneurs. What's your take on that right there, Uncle Joc?
But you're right. Like, this whole country is set up where some people have an unfair advantage. And it's because they've had access to what?
Information.
Information. People have had access to different levels of information. And when you're talking about these tax cuts, tax breaks, how can you save? A lot of people don't realize you can get a lot of tax benefits using life insurance policies.
Oh, you're
Life
going to flip it.
insurance, yeah.
So he's going to flip it, just so y'all know. He's flipping it. He's talking, not you the agent. He's talking about now, what can you offer to your clients as an agent? So me as a customer, what can I
But you
benefit?
can still, you as an agent can become what?
I can become a client.
And be able to take advantage of the same, you see
Yeah.
where I'm going? with it?
I
Now,
see-
I might
I
be
see.
going down a whole different street than you were thinking of.
Yeah, but now let's go down that road, bro. I got my headlights on.
So, you know, we have different products that we can offer. We have products where we can offer people where their money can compound in a life insurance policy. Money can compound. When you put it in, it'll be taxed when it goes in. However, when you pull it out, it won't be taxed. As that money compounds, it won't be taxed, won't be
Ooh.
penalized when you go take it out.
So you mean that's like when a 401k, I put the money in tax deferred, but then when I take that money out, I got to pay standard.
You got to pay your business partner.
I got to pay my business partner.
Yeah, your business partner is going to come knocking on your door. Anybody out there with a traditional retirement plan, when you go take that money out, just know that your business partner is going to show up. And your business partner is Uncle Sam, a.k.a. the IRS.
Oh, snap. So you saying, I mean, when you got a job, you got a business partner that you don't even think about.
You've been assigned a business partner the day you were born.
Gosh almighty.
And guess what the tracking device was?
What?
Your social security number.
Shut the front door. What? Y'all thought it was just for credit so you can go buy something? They've been tracking you since you was a baby.
And guess what? Any chance they get, they're going to come and remind you, hey, Mr. Robinson,
Yes, sir.
you're going to have to level up, sir. However, again, we do have some tips, strategies, and tools that can, that I'll say is Uncle Sam proof.
Or Uncle Sam friendly.
Uncle Sam friend.
Uncle Sam friendly.
You know?
So we ain't here to tell you to avoid Uncle Sam, right? We're not trying to teach you how to do this. Uncle Sam friendly. You know, because if we were trying to avoid taxes, then we get locked. That's criminal. But we're not trying to say don't pay your taxes, but there are ways to minimize and reduce.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And guess what? It was set up by the same people we were just talking about, the folks, the business owners that created their own segue to have access to these types of.
You know what? It's so funny. I remember one time Trump was when he was running, somebody got on like, yeah, Trump, you ain't pay no taxes. Man, you ain't pay this, you ain't do this. And he was like, bruh, you the one who set up these laws. I didn't avoid the tax laws.
Ooh.
You was in Congress. You set up these laws. I just took advantage.
You just playing the game.
I took advantage of what you set up. You set up for your other friends. You ain't set it up for me.
So you telling me that because a lot of people, when I've shown them these types of policies, right? I swear people, they're like, it's too good to be true. This has to be fake.
Yeah. It's got to be a scam.
It's got to be a scam.
Oh, see, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. See, it's okay as long as you don't know. They don't want y'all to know these things. So Nathaniel, I'm glad Uncle Joc went down this road because it's cool because they set these up for their other friends. And it's now mainstream. We got a thing saying we're trying to bring Wall Street to Main Street. We're giving access to information that most of y'all never knew about. So when you don't know about some information, you get access, a lot of people start criticizing it.
Especially the ones that are used to being the smartest worm in the book, so to speak.
Oh, Uncle Joc, I got a call from one of my agents today, and she was really razzled because somebody got on her, was like, you need to know what you're selling. You need to do this. I would never sell that, and you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do it. And it really shook her. And I sent her this article. Hopefully she read it. In the article, this guy was saying like he talked direct right from the article. And she felt like he was so smart. And I'm like, you know what? Don't let your thinking of him being smart, and doesn't mean he's not smart, change the fact that these opportunities, these products exist and they work. And that's what she was getting sidetracked. So I want to go back down the road when Nathaniel said about being a business owner. I tell people as a life insurance agent, one of the best things you can do, become an agent. Because you're going to learn financial literacy, financial information directly from these billion-dollar companies, these billion-dollar banks. What?
Ho.
Yeah.
You're saying, if nothing else, if you really want to learn about the money game, you can just take your state exam, get a life insurance license, and if nothing else, you can learn and have access to different information about money.
You know, Nathaniel's going to have access to this, and he's new to life agent. He's going to now get trained and learn directly from these billion-dollar companies, these billion-dollar banks, these institutions, how to now understand the products and services that they offer. Now, the flip side, the things you do become a tax deduction. Your cell phone. It's now, I'm not a tax accountant, but I can tell you, they got a code somewhere in there. I don't know the number, but it's the deduction. Your business expense. You can do what they call a Schedule C. You can start writing off things that you would normally do anyway. Now you're doing it for your business, right? There's a book out there. I haven't seen the latest edition, and I'll just say it, it's called Lower Your Taxes Big Time by Sandy Botkin. I got it years ago. So when I first got into network marketing, Jacques, somebody referred that book to me, and I've been listening to it. He updates it every year. I haven't seen the most recent update because it's been a while now. It's been about 15 years, but he talks about, he said, if you don't have a business, chapter 1, if you don't have a business, this is 15 years ago, if you do not have a home-based business, he said, you are brain dead. He said, if you don't have a home-based business, you are brain dead because you're missing out on benefits that you could take advantage of to reduce your taxes. You're only being an employee. It's a whole different ball game when you can be both. You can be the employee and the entrepreneur, self-employed, the employer. You don't have to have a big team. You don't have to hire anybody. You can be self-employed. You can be an employee and the employer at the same time on your tax form.
So, do you think we answered the question?
I do, but I got to go someplace else with Nathaniel. Nathaniel opened up another can of worms because he said a key word. He said, I'm a commission-based. Let's talk about that, Job, because how long would you say you've been a commission-based person, like non-salary job?
Probably for literally all my life.
All my life.
Outside
Grinding
of
all my life.
my first 2 or 3 sales jobs, probably two to three.
I know we worked at a job before together at a jewelry store. So J.B. Robinson Jewelry. No relation to my family, but that was a commission. Back then, minimum wage is like $4 an hour, $5, $4.75 an hour. Minimum wage like $15 an hour now.
We probably were a little different because we knew we could make more money
on the commission side. So we could make more money on the commission side. So we wasn't tripping off the salary side. We had both. But going there, talk about this commission roller coaster, because I want to just address that, because there's a lot of people watching who may be having it. They're afraid of getting to an industry like this insurance space because it's a commission base. What can you speak to them for those who are afraid to jump in?
I'm going to make it simple. Keep your pipeline full. Drop the mic.
Unpack that, Jacques, because some people don't know. The people who know, but the people who don't know what it's saying.
Pipeline, basically what I'm saying is create business for yourself. And it's like turning on a faucet. Don't turn on some trickles of the faucet and then turn it off. Walk away, come back 3 days later and expect your bowl to be full of water. You got to keep and turn the faucet on. You got to keep it on. So you got to keep your pipes full of potential prospects. And the way that you do that, that comes from good leadership and good training now. Now, this goes back to your individual situation. If you have good trainers, good leadership, they're going to show you some tips, strategies, and tools as far as keeping your pipeline full, filling your pipeline. That comes down to having certain conversations.
You know, I'll say this to you, Nathaniel. When you go into commission-based business, and I've done it, and I've trained and coached thousands of people, I would say the biggest thing I could say to you is know your mental toughness capacity. Know your personal. Everybody got their own mental toughness capacity. So you may have to keep your job while you're building your commission base because it can be a roller coaster. Or you can say, you know what, I'm going all in, and I'm going to do like Uncle Joc said. I'm going to be nonstop, 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 nonstop. Or I might decide I'm going to also what helps balances it out. If you do like what Tawana asked, maybe I'm gonna build an agency. When you start building that agency and having those overrides, that helps balance out the wave. Because sometimes commission, it can be a roller coaster. And in the industry like life insurance, it can be a roller coaster through no fault of your own. Maybe you get a client, but it may take 30 days to get approved. Yes. It could take 45 days because there are some underwriting guidelines. They got some health challenges that you didn't know about, you didn't start, and you didn't create. So that time window for each client could be a little bit different. And I think that's what you're saying with the pipeline. Right. If you always having clients, there's always going to be somebody getting paid. But
when you never get stuck on that one client. You know, I see people put in a deal, and instead of going back to work, they pray for 30 days, 60 days. They praying for, where's that deal?
Oh, man, it's the deal waiting, right?
Yeah, like, go get some more.
And then you get paid, and it's like, okay, now what?
Now they find themselves getting frustrated. They didn't have anything else in the pipeline.
And then they got to go back to work and do a job that they didn't like, you know, or do something, you know, Eric, I'm doing this, I'm driving. There's so many ways to make money. But when you understand we got an industry that created more millionaires than any other industry in the United States, you go to work. And if you don't know what to say or what to do, you send a video into Insurance Bros and let us put you back on the right track.
Yes. And it doesn't matter what company you're with, doesn't matter what IMO. You could have been previously licensed, thinking about getting your license. You could be somebody thinking about getting an insurance policy. If you got questions, ask us. We got you.
Insurance Bros, we're going to let you know the real deal. I'm Coach Erik, a.k.a. the Soul Motivator, and this is my co-host,
Jacques Vaughan, a.k.a. Uncle Joc. We will see y'all next time.
You can send your questions to, it'll be right underneath. Send us your questions in a video coming at you. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.